Batch Lady, where today we are going French and I am showing you how to make sausage cassoulet. So on the Batch Lady channel, I show you how to make fast, simple, homemade meals you can make in advance, put in your freezer and use whenever you want. So when you come to a busy night, you get home from work, you don't have to find all these ingredients to make a meal. Instead, that you are just grabbing out a one-pot dish that just needs thrown in the oven. You're good to go. And because we're not getting to go on holiday, or most of us aren't getting to go on holiday at the moment, it's really nice to do some different recipes. So this one has got my French hat on for today. So sausage cassoulet, for anybody that doesn't know, is really like a big sausage and beans sort of like casserole stew type thing, and it's lovely. Now it's usually a winter dish, and of course we're talking about summer holidays here, so I'm giving you a take on my sausage cassoulet, and I'm making it slightly lighter and slightly summery, okay? And it's absolutely delicious. Now, just to let you know, I already recorded this and forgot to turn the sound on. So, and I'm also in isolation, so I've used some of the ingredients, so I've patched it all back together, and we're going to try to make this recipe make sense, okay? Because I've not got any other ingredients. So in case you wonder why my sausages and my pancetta are already cooked, that's why. So I've messed it all up, but we're going to save the day. Okay, so I'm going to run through the ingredients, okay? You're going to need a cup of frozen onions, 2 teaspoons of frozen chopped garlics, 2 celery stalks, 2 carrots. You're going to need I think it's 250 ml of stock, 8 sausages, 200 grams of lardons, some bay leaves, some parsley, some olive oil, salt and pepper, 2 cans of chopped tomatoes, and a can of butter beans that you have already drained, okay? You want to get a deep based frying pan, like this one. You want to get it on the heat, and you want to add in your sausages and get your sausages cooking nicely. Bit of olive oil and start cooking your sausages. When your sausages are about halfway through cooking, add in your 200 grams of lardons and just allow them to cook. Once you're finished cooking them, you can just set them aside, and they look like this. Here's one I did earlier with no sound. Okay, so that's about as far as we got. So what you want to do now is you want to get your veg, your celery and your carrots. You can do this while your meat is cooking actually, and just end it and then chop it. And you're chopping it up really, really finely, okay? So I'm just going to show you here what I mean. I would just slice it and then chop, so you end up with little bits like this. Okay, let's go. Okay, so my veg is all chopped. Now what you want to do is take your frying pan, add some olive oil to it, and we're going to put in our onions and our garlic and start to fry them off. As they're frying them off, we're going to add in our chopped vegetables, okay? Let's get that done. Okay, so the chopped veg is in, and you just want to brown this off and leave it until it's gone really soft. It's going to take sort of like 8 to 10 minutes, giving it a stir every now and again until it starts to look like this, okay? Once it looks like this, we want to start adding in all our other ingredients. So you're going to add in your 2 cans of chopped tomatoes. And this is where you need to make sure you've got a large-sided frying pan. We're going to add in our butter beans, salt and pepper, our 2 bay leaves, our frozen, or I've only got dried, but your parsley, and finally your stock, okay? So your stock is 240 mils you want. I'm just going to give this stock a stir, because some of the stock is at the bottom. So 240 mils goes in. And then just give it a lovely stir around, okay? And that's going to be your base of your cassoulet, really. So once you've got all your veg in, you can then add back in your sausages and your lardons. Just be very careful as you add it back in. This is probably going to almost fill this pan to the brim. In fact, it is. Now, what you want to do is bring this to the boil. Once it's on the boil, put it on a simmer. It's going to simmer away for about 35 minutes. If you want to, you can put it in your oven really low and just let it slow cook for a long time and let all those flavours infuse. I would tend to put it in the bottom of my aga, which is 100 degrees, and I might leave it there for a few hours, and it would just all go really soft and sort of all come together. And so you wouldn't end up with like a watery sort of stew. It'll be lovely and thick and all go together. So I will let you see this when it's finished simmering for 35 minutes. Sorry, slightly screwed this video up, but fingers crossed you've managed to get the gist of the recipe. Oops.